Alright everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Report and I am your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Alright, this is going to be my first report of the year. And I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. Alright, but I'm going to do a report on Malia. I run across a couple of articles and I'm going to show you a little something of what she's going through. A lot of it's not Malia's fault. A lot of it is who she's being exposed to. I'm going to start with this first article, and I got a second article behind that, and then I'm going to show you an old clip of an Australian TV show where a photographer was visiting the White House when Harvey Weinstein showed up. You guys are going to want to hear what she had to say about Harvey Weinstein at the White House. But anyway, this is the first article here. And I don't believe this article is true at all. I believe it's one of these fake articles. A lot of these articles are put out to trap people, to set people up. So when they publish these things, they can expose it as a fake article. I know that sounds strange, but they actually do stuff like this. So I don't believe this article to be true, but this leads us into the next story. Malia Obama arrested again. Complete media blackout. The Obama family is royalty as far as the liberal media is concerned. Not only did they not mention Malia's arrest in 2016 for providing her little sister's Girl Scout troop with enough whippets to drop a team of well-kept Alapacs, but they failed to report Malia Obama's Bloogie arrest a month ago as well. It's almost like you can't report on anything that may or may not have happened just because there aren't enough sources. Last month, Malia was busted by campus security at Harvard as she and a friend were caught using a white powdery substance in the woman's shower room. The family's lawyer got them off because of the powder, while technically talcum, wasn't enough of an actual drug to charge them with. So we may never know what they were carrying since they would never strip search. So you know the article is ridiculous when it says stuff like that. According to the report, Obama was found with more than 11 grams of essential oils that, had she been in Alabama, would have been a felony. Once again, a formality like being 1,000 miles away goes and gets in the way of justice. Obama was held at the Harvard County Jail, which is nestled between Middlesex and Essex County, but she was released the next day. We can't confirm or deny that a report came in of a call from Obama in the middle of the night that may or may not have left Mr. Justice blind. Strangely, not a single media organization reported on this. More evidence that the deep state would stop at nothing to protect the liberal Democrats from any scrutiny. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next article. I'll leave a link. You can read this for yourself. Again, I don't believe it to be a true article. But this one here I think is true. This was a couple of years ago, and this was an article about what was happening to Malia in Hollywood. And so this was one made me think of the Australian TV show because Obama was warned about sending Malia to Hollywood. Malia Obama in bad hands in Hollywood. This is February 2017. Malia Obama, the daughter of former U.S. President Obama, has been working in Hollywood again. Over a year and a half ago, Malia Obama worked in Los Angeles on an internship and has resumed working in Hollywood, the industry again. This time, Malia is working in New York with the Weinstein Company, owned by ill-tempered, louse, and lush Harvey Weinstein. The company makes films, many of which are weird, but he tries to pass them off as art house flicks. Having your child work in Hollywood is like letting Satan babysit your offspring. That is the truth. Nothing good can come of it. Since the time Malia's been working in Hollywood, she's ended up disgraced in 2 incidents involving illegal drugs and underage drinking. Malia's conduct brought scandal on Obama's family last summer and occurred due to Hollywood's negative influence in her life as allowed by her parents. Here she is with Chance the Rapper and a dude named Tiller. Malia is working on the lesbian cable show Girls and partying late night with his cast, including insane show creator Lena Dunham, who provoked outrage when she stated she wants to get pregnant just to have an abortion to see what it feels like. Dunham insanely stated, "I still haven't had an abortion, but I wish I had." Her comments was condemned all over social networking and by select press outlets with a backbone. Malia has been reportedly photographed going to work each day at Weinstein with bags under her eyes and looking very unhappy and depressed. Then again, who could be happy working in the devil's den? Malia could have been given a great job in the corporate sector of Silicon Valley. Instead, she is in the belly of the beast in Hollywood, an industry known for destroying promising young lives with addiction, sexual deviance, perversion, and abuse. That's the truth. Now here she is smoking. We've all seen the videos of Malia smoking. Okay, that's all over social networks. So Malia Obama began smoking marijuana and engaged in underage drinking while working in Hollywood. The Obamas have shown very poor judgment in allowing Malia to work in Hollywood as a minor, and again during her current gap year. They should have discouraged it, as the world has witnessed negative changes in her during that time, hence the drug and underage drinking scandal. It would have been better if she went straight to the university. Okay, I'll leave you a link to the article. You can read the whole thing yourself. Now, I want to show you what the photographer told the Obamas when she saw Harvey Weinstein visiting the White House.
Harvey Weinstein visited.
That was a very, very tough moment. My entire body was screaming. I'm not sure if Australian viewers are aware, but shortly after the New York Times article last year, I came forward and told my story of Harvey Weinstein and my knowledge of him in the film business. And when he came to the White House with Michelle Obama for a Broadway tribute event, my body was screaming inside, and I wanted to shake Michelle and go, no, 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 don't do this.
So what was your experience? I've got to know.
Well, I was lucky. I found myself at the bottom of an elevator with him in Cannes, and he was about to go up the elevator with me alone, and two male colleagues interjected and said, no, Harvey, not this one. And I had heard of Harvey's reputation, and I knew it, but it never occurred to me that this man was also capable of basically molesting me as soon as I got into his office meeting room. So I was lucky that I had and was surrounded by male colleagues that wouldn't let me get affected by him in that way. But having said that, because I didn't do any business with him, I didn't work with Miramax as an actor, of course. I mean, it was pretty clear that, you know, to work with Miramax, you had to sleep with Harvey.
Yeah.
And Anna, it's not me. I said no.
Anna, did you ever? You talked about how your skin crawled when you saw Harvey Weinstein walking with Michelle Obama. Were you ever able to warn them about the sort of company they were keeping?
Actually, that came up recently with one of her aides. I said to them just recently after the Michelle Obama, they contacted me. I said, you know, I tried to warn Michelle, and they said, well, when and how did you do that? And I said, I spoke to her First Lady press office, both in the East Wing, and I spoke to President Barack Obama's office on the West Wing. And I don't know why those messages didn't get to them directly, but I was very surprised and disheartened that Harvey Weinstein was there. I thought it was hypocritical of the First Lady at the time. I guess she didn't know what everyone else knew. And I was very concerned when, of course, Malia started interning at Miramax, at the Weinstein Company.
So you'd actually...
I did everything I could at the time.
So you'd actually warned the staff of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama about Harvey Weinstein's behaviour before he visited the White House?
It was, I think I got the schedule about 2 days before that he was coming in, and I think I warned him within those 2 days, yes.
That is extraordinary.
I sent an email and I spoke to one of the staffers on that day, and I felt very uncomfortable about it, and it was very hard for me that day. I took some beautiful photographs of Michelle, but I would not point my camera at Harvey. I would not take the photograph. I was not interested.
Anna, do you think that's pretty instrumental about how powerful Harvey was?
Harvey is an incredibly powerful figure and was. I mean, he owned media at the time, and he could dictate a lot in Hollywood. If you wanted to win an Oscar, Harvey could win one for you. He knew how to buy the Academy. The Academy will be upset for me saying that, but that's the fact. He knew how to manipulate things. He's an incredibly powerful figure powerful figure in Hollywood. But interestingly enough, he was not alone. There were about 6 or 7 studio heads, and after the story first hit, Ronan Farrow's story first hit, apparently 6 studio heads called their attorneys that day, and they're still scared.
It's an
They're still
extraordinary
very
revelation you've just made, so
Yeah,
thank you
indeed.
for telling us.
Okay, so now we know. They knew all along who Harvey was and what Harvey was about. There's no way the Obamas could have not known this, even whether she had told them or not. But they still were willing to expose Malia to these people. So, you know, we have to take all this stuff with a grain of salt. The Obamas all together, period. Because sometimes these people are just not who they say they are.